Okay. And I'm gonna pop up here. I'm gonna make sure all is good. All right. Okay, so if you're watching this right now, I'm just double checking and making sure that we are on. Okay, so it says that we're on. I'm just gonna make sure real quick. I have to do this by myself. I don't have like somebody nearby that can help me with this. So needless to say, I'm figuring this all out on my own. But just in case it is live, I wanted to say I am so sorry about last week. Yes, okay, we are on, we are live, we are good. But I wanted to apologize for last week because of it supposed to be happening live and then it wasn't happening live. So I apologize about that. Literally the morning of, we had tested everything. Everything was going great. Everything was working fine. I have no idea what happened. And then out of nowhere, I went to go turn it on in the morning and the screen was like this green screen of death. If you saw the post that I made either on YouTube or on my Instagram, my Facebook, you saw what I was talking about. It was a screen of death. It wasn't moving, it wasn't budging, nothing was happening to it. So unfortunately I had to cancel the live. It was last minute, so I didn't want to switch it over to IG at last minute. But from here on out with any live, because I plan on doing these monthly, like once a month, if for some odd reason it doesn't work, then I'm automatically going to go on to live until I hit the point where YouTube lets me do it on my phone, because I can't stream on my phone. I don't know why. You have to hit a certain requirement of something and I'm just not there yet. So it's okay. It's fine. It's all good. But with that being said, welcome to Full Body Focus. So today is a live workout. Now with that being said, a couple of things I wanted to point out for those who have never worked out with me before. So if you've never worked out with me before, I tend to talk a lot. I like to talk during the workouts. I do a lot of form cueing. I do a lot of talking about what you should be feeling and try to educate you along the way. Sometimes you also get to know like weird facts about me. But anyway, so if you don't like that, by all means, please go ahead, mute me, do your own thing. Totally okay to do. Additionally, my soundboard isn't working. I haven't used it in over like a year and a half, so it's really no surprise. But I do have music playing. I will turn it up just a little bit, but I can't really tell how loud it is for you guys. So if you want to blast your own music, again, by all means, feel free. I will have my timer going through it, so you'll hear the cues through that, maybe depending on how loud I have it. But I do have my phone over here, which has my timer on it, so you'll see me going over there and back, because like I said, I'm a one-woman show over here. I don't have anybody to press buttons for me or do anything, so I'm doing it all myself, which is totally okay. I love it. Anyways, with that being said, today's workout, like I said, is full body focus. So it is 30 minutes long, okay? There will be a warm-up and a cool down at the end, so feel free to stay for those, but you will need dumbbells. Now I know if you don't have dumbbells, but maybe you have resistance bands, don't worry, I will let you know how you can use those instead. A lot of the moves, if you're okay with doing it body weight or using things around your house, you can also do it that way, and I will definitely help you to see how you can do that, okay? But with that being said, we're gonna hop into the warm-up, into the actual workout itself. I'm gonna get all of this started. I'm gonna turn my phone on Do Not Disturb so that nobody gets a hold of anything. All right, we're gonna turn this up just a little bit so that I can see it, hear it. I'm gonna talk a little bit louder to make sure that you can hear me over the music. I hope you can hear me over the music. If for any reason you can't, just let me know. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. So for a warm up, we are gonna start with a nice and easy jog to start. Again, it's a warm up, so I don't want you going crazy or insane with it, all right? We are going into one nice and easy jog right here. Now I want you to make sure that you also have water on hand, especially with the temperatures we've been getting lately. I don't know where you are working out, but where I am, it's been really hot. And if you didn't know this, I do all this in my garage and we have no AC in here. I have a little box fan and that's about it. So just make sure that you're staying hydrated throughout it all. Make sure that you are challenging yourself. The way that we have the workout set up today is we have 6 exercises, all right? Each exercise, you're gonna repeat 3 times. It is 15 seconds on 2. 1, I want you to come on down to kneel, arms out. You're gonna twist open. Then with this leading hand, tilt down, come back up, back in. Core is in tight here. Really open up through that back. Now, if this is too much rotation through your upper back, because we are limiting your lower back. If this is too much, feel free to go where you need to, and then take the tilt on the inside of the knee, all right? Go ahead and switch sides. So 90-90 with your knees, arms out, twist, tilt. This is really great for mamas. Our upper back tends to get pretty stiff, pretty stuck. So this is a really good move to help open all that up. All right, but like I said, 6 exercises. You're doing each one 3 times. And then you'll move on to the next one. All right, each exercise is 60 seconds on, 15 seconds of a rest. 2, 1, inchworms out for me. So you're starting up, walking out into a plank, walking back in. All right, now, if you need to modify this, I want you to bend your knees, okay? Bend your knees as you come down, and then hit that mod plank. All right, and then walk right back in. All right, keep going. You're almost there. We're gonna do a modified push-up next. So you're gonna come down to your knees in 2, 1, come on down to your knees. Right here, hands are just outside of your shoulders. Come down, push up. Make sure that as you're doing this, you arrow back with your elbows. Don't let them come out to the side like a T. Bring it back and down, okay? Your head is the point. Your elbows are the outsides, all right? No T's, all right? You're almost there. 2, 1, go ahead and come on up for me. Give me some good swings here. Kick your leg out, swing it down and up. There you go. Again, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm yelling, but I can't tell how loud that music is for you. Probably not that loud at all, but I want to make sure that it's not drowning me out. All right, keep going for me. We're going into a squat pull in 2, 1. So come into a squat. As you're down in the squat, pull it down, squeeze your shoulder blades, release, come back up. Down, pull. There you go. Keep going. Now I'm not gonna try and look at myself on my streaming device. So like I said, my laptop has all the streaming software, but not only is the video like flipped, it's also delayed. So if you see me looking off and I'm like, what in the world? 2, 1, one hand across your chest. Swing the arm right here. If you see me looking really confused as I'm looking down, it's probably because I'm seeing myself and I'm like, am I on time? It's okay. If you've never worked out with me before, hi, welcome. My name's Bree. I can be weird. I have my weird moments. We're gonna go to the other arm. 2, 1. Now the reason why I place my hand on my chest is just to remind myself not to let my chest swing. You can definitely, if you wanna, let your arm hang loose. But I'm just trying to keep my chest forward. All right. We have 1 more thing left, and then we'll get a break before we actually start. 3, 2, 1, give me some wrists. Now, I want you to rotate them. All right. I want you to pull them. I want you to do a mix. All right. So make sure you're rotating both ways. Make sure you're pulling both ways. All right. So 6 exercises. Each exercise is a minute on. You get 15 seconds of rest. You repeat each exercise 3 times. Then go ahead and relax, grab a sip of water, you get a 30-second break, and then we move on to the next one. So it's gonna fly, don't worry. Move number 1, I will always show the moves first without weight if you've never worked out with me before, but you're gonna do squats. So get weight for that, it's lower body, so a little bit heavier. You're gonna do squats with 5 pulses. So you're gonna come down, you're gonna do 5 pulses, then you're gonna come back up, you repeat for a minute. All right, so pick your weight accordingly. You can always use 1 dumbbell, totally up to you. Suitcase carry right here. You can load them up if you want. You can hold 1 right here, totally up to you. If you need to use bands, place a band right across your thigh, just a couple of inches above your knees, okay? If you want more, place another band just at the base of your calf, all right? We got 3, 2, let's go. So down, give me 5 pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is a minute long, okay? So I want you to go at your own pace, okay? Now let me talk through a little bit of form. You keep going, adjust if you need to. All right, so for a squat, shoulders are rolled back and down, meaning no hunching forward, okay? Shoulders are rolled back and down. You'll have a slight hinge, not a big one. You're gonna come down, sitting down, core is engaged, chest is up, don't let it fall forward. Give me pulses, they're little, stand up. Now, when you stand up, a lot of people like to thrust forward and squeeze. Don't thrust forward, okay? That is taking your femur, slamming it into the front of your hip socket. We don't want that, all right? So, when you come up, if you wanna squeeze, squeeze your glutes, totally okay. But make sure you're not thrusting it forward, all right? And relax. You have 15 seconds. You have it 2 more times, all right? Can you up the weight? Can you get lower? Be ready to challenge yourself, all right? 2, 1, let's go. Give me 5 pulses. Up, there you go. Now take it at your own pace. The more you're able to stay down, low, you're gonna be able to maintain that time under tension, all right? You're placing these muscles under tension for a lot of time. What that means is that now the muscles have to be able to work harder, all right? Time under tension is one of the best ways to build up muscle strength, as well as stability, for a muscle to be able to help stabilize you. So, keep pushing. Less than 15, you're doing great. Breathe for me. Don't ever hold your breath. Relax. All right, one more time. That's it. Then this move, done. All right, so breathe throughout the entire move. All right, 2, 1, go. When we hold our breath, especially moms, you're putting a lot of pressure down on your pelvic floor. So if you have issues with your pelvic floor, leaking, anything of that sort, that's not gonna help it, all right? And remember, anybody can have issues with their pelvic floor. So I want everybody to be breathing, okay? You got this. You're doing great, okay? You have less than 15, and this move is done. Keep going. Finish it. Woo! All right, you have 30 seconds, your next move. All right, again, I show without weight first. Hammer curl, overhead press, all right? So hammer, palms face each other, all right? Bring it up, press over, down, finish. All right, grab your weight. 2, 1, go, go, go. All right, so mod, best thing you can do for this, drop weight. All right, you can also, if you need to, come down to a kneeling position. You can also do one at a time. All right, now, if you need to use a band, you're gonna take a band, place your hands on the inside, just like that. Pull it apart, keep that tension. Up, press, down, back. But you have to keep that tension in the band the whole time. All right? Or else this is not gonna work. Good job. I'll go over form next. All right, so you just keep going. Breathe. Core is engaged. And relax. All right, shake it out. See, can you go a little bit heavier? All right, my boys are awake. So, if you hear screaming, it's my boys. Go ahead and go, I'm gonna talk over form, all right? So, for this one, you want your feet planted just under your hips, maybe a little bit wider. Soft bend in your knees, rotate your pelvis. Core is engaged, you're looking forward. Elbows in tight for that hammer, press up. Do not arch back to have to press up. You press up, stay strong, bring it back down, fight gravity on the way down. Slow, controlled movements. Elbows don't go in, they don't go out, they don't go forward, they don't go back. If you have to swing, weight is too much. All right, if you need to, kickstand it back. All right, totally okay to do. That helps give you a little bit of stabilization. But even with the kickstand, no swing. All right, you start to swing, like I said, you're no longer using your biceps as the primary muscles. So they're not getting that work that we want them to have. Go ahead and relax. Breathe. Yeah, but one more time. All right, you're doing great. And then we have an ab move. We'll be on the ground, okay? For that one, I'll pull out the mat. Here we go. Hammer, overhead. I'll pull out the mat for that one because I'm wearing all black and I want you to be able to see me. But basically, it's gonna be a twisted toe tap, both sides, to a leg drop. Don't worry, I'll show you. Now, can you go heavier? It's important that you're challenging yourself, all right? You want this to be getting challenging towards the end, to where you're like, man, this is so tiring. It's challenging. I can maintain form though. I'm still able to keep form, but I can probably only give you 2, 3 more. That's what you want, all right? Push, less than 15. Breathe. Breathe. Ribs stay down. Don't let them flare up. When you go into that overhead press, keep them down. Relax. All right, so this next one. All right, you're on the ground. Let me get my little mat out here. So I want you to be able to see me. You're on the ground, legs straight up. All right, so coming down, legs straight up. You're going to the outside, and then lower, okay? So, one thing that I want you to know, rotate your pelvis, keep your back flat, even on the lower. Here we go. Up, twisted, taps, lower. Up, twisted, taps, lower, core is engaged. Now, let me talk through some form. Modification first, all right? Mods. If you need to, you're gonna bring one leg up, tap the outside, drop it, pull it in. Lift, tap, drop, pull it in. If that is too easy, then definitely keep both up and focus on one leg at a time. All right? You're still gonna get that ab work in. You're just focusing on one side. All right? If you need to, advance it in any way. Stay crunched up throughout the whole move. You can also Add dumbbells for extra resistance if you need to, okay? 2, 1, relax. Now, if you stay crunched up, I do not want your chin to come to your chest. Have a ball there. Have your hands resting at the base of your head and on your neck. 2, 1. This is meant to solely support your head and neck, not to crank it forward, okay? Additionally, like I said, rotate your pelvis, keep your back flat. When your back starts to pop up, that means you have lowered way too far to where your core is no longer helping you out. Your low back is now kicking in to try and do the majority of the work, okay? So if you're lowering and even right here, your back starts to pop up, then I want you to stop right before then and work to get lower over time. All right, my mamas, watch your midline here. All right, if you are noticing any coning, bulging, doming, or even sinking in or pressure down on your pelvic floor, I want you to stop this move and you'll do one of the modifications, all right? I'm gonna talk through those modifications, even through the break. Go ahead, relax. Mamas with diastasis or pelvic floor stuff, I want you to bring your legs up right here. You are going to tap the outside and then lower. Now, if the tapping still brings the bulge, go ahead and go. Then I want you just to tap and pull it in. Tap, pull it in. You can even bring it up if that's too easy and do one leg at a time. But if you're noticing the coning and bulging, I want you to bring it down. Very basic level would be a march with that pelvic tilt. All right, keep your pelvis stable. Don't let it weeble wobble, all right? You're doing great. Keep fighting. You're almost done. Breathe for me. A lot of people will hold their breath during ab work. That makes it harder and not in the best way, all right? Like I said, that'll put way too much pressure down on your pelvic floor. Your pelvic floor, one of its main jobs is to help maintain intra-abdominal pressure. If it can't maintain that, you're gonna notice more pelvic floor issues and or more diastasis recti, all right? Go ahead, relax. All right, your next move is a lateral lunge with the fly. The way we're gonna do this, you're gonna do one side, then we're gonna switch. On the repeat, you'll do the other side, then we'll alternate on the third. All right, so what it looks like, you're coming down into a lateral lunge, fly, pull it back up. Repeat the same side. All right, grab a drink, 2, 1, go, or still grab a drink. I wasn't looking at the time. All right, so remember, you're just on one side. I'm gonna talk through a little bit of form here because lateral lunges, if not done right, can wreak havoc, okay? So as you go, keep going, just adjust as I talk. You're stepping out. Now, how wide? Totally depends on the individual. Depends on your height, your flexibility, and what level you are fitness-wise to what you can handle, okay? Toes are forward. You sink down into this glute. This is a supporting leg. It is giving work on the inside, but you sit down. Weight is primarily in your heel, but all 4 corners of the foot are on the ground. Knee doesn't weeble wobble, it stays in line with your toes. You sink down, chest is up, fly out. Let that elbow have a slight bend in it, and let that elbow lead. Stop about shoulder height or just below. You're not trying to fly it out like a bird, all right? Now, 2, 1, relax. You're gonna do the other side. When you're doing this, a lot of people will rock up. Don't rock up. That puts a lot of pressure on your knee as well as your ankles, okay? 2, 1, keep it strong, all right? Your knee stays straight, all right? But don't roll up on that foot. We don't do that in here, all right? Toes forward, core is engaged. You hinge here so your back's not rounded. Pull those shoulders back and down. Stay strong in this form. Core engaged. You're doing great. Breathe. Awesome job. You're over halfway done with this entire workout, okay? Less than 30 seconds. Now you don't have to put your arm out. I'm just doing it because it feels weird for me not to have this arm doing something. All right, you can do whatever you want with it. Have it on your hip, have it on your thigh, put it out, or just let it dangle. Totally okay. As you fly, pull that shoulder blade towards your spine and relax. Now, for this one, you are alternating, okay? So do the right, do the left. Go back, go forth, all right? If you want, you can do one, but here we go. Pull it in, fly. I'll show you how to do it with one in just a second. All right, so for one dumbbell, you're just gonna switch your hands up high. All right, now band, there's really no way to do this with a band properly. So you can either A, create that tension, come down, press out, and come up and alternate. Or when you come down, hold it like this around your thumbs, fly out as much as you can and come down, okay? There's not too much, you're not gonna get a lot of range of motion. Just know that, so do the best you can. All right, you have less than 15. And then you have 2 moves left. Technically, go ahead and relax. Exercise 6 is a combo of 3. It's all planks, but 3 different variations. 5, exercise 5, staggered RDL with a row. So, normal RDL here, you're just kicking one leg back, bring it to your toes, kick it back a little bit. Come down to that RDL, row it up, down, one leg. We'll switch on the next time, all right? And go. Now, mod, drop weight, limit the range of motion that you go down. All right, you can do bands, and I'll show that here in a second, but full out, let me show you again. Right here. All right, push up and down. All right, now, for a band, very similar to the very first move. All right, you're gonna push apart, still staggered, come on down, push apart, row it up. All right, you can also grab the band and pull it apart, row it up. All right, you have a couple different options there. You can do one weight if you wish. We're gonna do one side, go to the other side the next time we repeat, and then we're gonna do what's called a walking RDL. You don't really walk with it, but you'll get the gist of it if you haven't done it before, and what I mean by that. Go ahead and relax. I'm gonna do one more for good measure. All right, so this next time I'm gonna talk over form, all right? You're going to the other leg. If you're using one dumbbell, you're going to the other side as well for that, all right? 2, 1, go ahead and go. So for an RDL, shoulders rolled back and down, all right? Normally, like I said, your feet are together, but you're kicking one back. Just a little bit, all right? It's not much, it's just a little bit. All right, as you do, rotate your pelvis, core is engaged, karate chop at your hips, all right? An RDL is a hinge movement, so you need a karate chop, not squat. Back stays nice and strong and in a neutral position, all right? You bring the weight about shin height and then squeezing your shoulder blades towards your spine. You're gonna row up and back down. Don't let gravity win. As you're in this position, you are sitting back into your hips. It's not this. Push back into your glutes. Let your glutes lengthen. Let your hammies lengthen. You want to feel that stretch. Now, if you're having issues, 2, 1, relax. Feeling it. You obviously can't do this for the next one, but you can put your foot up against a wall. That helps you sit back in there a little bit more and have stability. So walking, simple, here, row, step up, switch, all right? Go ahead and go. All you're doing after that row, you stand up, switch legs, that's it. All right, so step, lower, sit back into the glutes, core is engaged. You're gonna row up, squeeze your shoulder blades to that spine, step up, and switch. All right, rotate your pelvis. No arching, no rounding. You got it. You're doing great. Breathe, breathe. Good job. Really let your glutes help you to come back to standing. That's one of their main jobs, all right? Come up. Good job. You're doing great. You're almost there. 2, 1, relax. All right, your next one is a plank variation. All right, so first and foremost, I'll move my mat over here in a second, but arms first. You have a rotating plank, just like this. All right, parallel to each other, forearms wide base with your feet. You're rotating up, hold for about 2 or 3, come back down, and switch. All right, 2, 1, let's go. Now, mod. I want you to come down here, and you're gonna do just a modified side plank. All right, keep your hips forward, lift them up, core is nice and engaged. You can even kick a leg out if you want. All right, I will let you know when to switch. You have less than 10. All right, for those who are just modifying, all right? Rotate. If you're modifying, go ahead and switch to the other side. Core is engaged. There we go. Strong here. Don't let your hips droop down. Don't let your butt come up. Stay strong. You're almost there. Almost there. Breathe. Control the movement. Don't let it control you. And relax. Next thing you're gonna do is a plank to down dog, all right? Forearms right here. Coming out to a good plank, push up to little down dog, back down. Let's go. Now, if you don't want that much shoulder work, come up to high. But you need to control the movement, all right? Meaning, as you come back into that plank, don't let your hips drop to help you swing back up for momentum. Mod, come here, high plank on your knees. You can drop your feet if you want, totally up to you. Child pose, come back to hit that plank. Again, hips don't drop. Stay strong. Very, really strong in your core, especially mamas who have any sort of DR. Watch your core. No coning, no bulging, none of that, all right? If that's what's happening, I want you to go up to a bench, a chair, a wall. Do a plank hold from that level, all right? Go ahead and relax, or come down and do a bear hold instead. All right, if you're noticing coning, bulging, any of that, bear hold or elevate yourself for the plank. All right, next one, plank knee, high plank here, drive it to the outside. Let's go. Outside, 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 right here, mod, right here, outside, back to your knee, outside. All right, core is engaged. Rotate your pelvis. What I mean by that is as you're here, no butts up, no hips down. Rotate, weights in your hands. It is not at your feet. Your gaze is in front of your hands. So don't go back looking at your feet, I promise. They are not running away from you, all right? Keep pushing. Mama is with DR. You're still elevated. Go, you're doing great. Push, push, push. You're almost done. Keep going. 2, 1. Relax. Whew. All right. I want you to grab some water for me. All right. You did awesome. All right, pull one arm over. Sorry if I'm hitting my mic. Pull one arm over. Now what I don't want is for it to be up by your ear. Pull it down. Act as if there's a ball between your chin and your shoulder, all right? Breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Go ahead and switch. Go ahead and pull it back for me. Now, for this one, I want you to make sure there's no flare or arch, okay? Ribs, pull them down, no arch in your low back. Make sure your chin isn't coming down like this. All right, the point of this stretch is for your triceps. So when you do this, you lose out on your triceps. So keep your gaze up, or your head up, I should say. If you want to look down at the floor at an angle, totally okay. But push back into your elbow up here as you're pulling to get more in that tricep. Go ahead and switch. Again, ribs down. Breathe for me. Try not to breathe into your shoulders. Go ahead and relax. We're gonna go into a quad stretch. So if you need to, use a wall, a table, a chair, whatever you need. You're pulling your heel back towards your glutes. Now what I don't want, don't grab your foot. Don't grab your foot, don't grab your shoe, your toes, none of that. When you do that, you're actually pulling on ligaments and tendons within your ankles. That will lead to instability and potential injury later, okay? If you have pulled it up and you're like, well, I'm not feeling anything, keep your core strong. Push your knee back, all right? Push your knee back. Don't pull your foot up, all right? Push your knee back. Allow it to help you get that stretch, but keep your ribs down, all right? Go ahead and relax. Other side. You might find that one side has a little bit more stability than the other. Totally okay, totally normal. Or that one side is tighter. It's normal too. We don't want it to be, but oftentimes people find that one side is tighter than the other. It's just all about making sure you equal everything out. Go ahead and relax. Go ahead and come straight down for me. Breathe into your back here. What I mean by that is feel your back expand. Step it out for me right here. Come over to one side. Take the opposite arm and try to reach for the outside of your foot, your heel, your ankle, your calf, whatever. Go ahead and switch. Good job. Come on down to a deep squat for me right here. Push it out. Breathe, especially for my mamas. If you have anything pelvic floor wise, I want you to be breathing through this right now. Really feel your pelvic floor expand on the inhale. Don't breathe through your shoulders. It's not how we're supposed to be breathing. When we breathe through our shoulders, we're using accessory muscles to do that and not the right muscles. That can lead to or contribute to pelvic floor issues, diastasis recti, or diastasis, however you want to pronounce it. Same thing, just pronounced differently. All right, go ahead and place your hands down for me. Walk your feet in. Now I'm gonna count you up. As I count you up, I want you to roll through your spine for me, okay? Come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't forget about your neck. And there you go. You're all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. And also, again, I just want to apologize again for last week. Again, like I said, if anything like that ever happens again, I'm going straight to IG until YouTube lets me start doing it on my phone, because I can't stream on my phone for right now. You have to hit a certain requirement. So whenever we get there, we'll get there. But again, thank you for being here. Thank you for working out with me. And I can't wait to do more of these. I love doing this. I feel like I'm back teaching group classes, which I used to do for quite some time, and it's so much fun. So anyway, I hope you had fun. I hope it was a fun little wake up for you if you're doing it early in the morning. But with that being said, I hope you have a great day, night, week, weekend, whenever it is for you. If you're a mama, feel free to join the Mama Fit community. It's an online community of moms where you'll get tips and tricks from me and live info sessions. I'm actually doing a live info session shortly after this all about diastasis recti. So if you want to, that is free until September. You can join it absolutely free. Never have to pay a dime before September. And then also stay tuned, because there will be information coming out about the Total Mama Fit Challenge, which will be a month-long challenge. You can win prizes. You do not have to do a Scully fitness program if you do not want to. Totally up to you, but stay tuned for that over on my IG, my Facebook page. I'll be posting information about that in the upcoming week. So with that being said, again, thank you for being here. I cannot wait to work out with you more. I am gonna awkwardly make my way over here because, like I said, I'm a one-woman show, right? So with that being said, that means that I have to control everything. I have a magic mouse. So I hope you had a great day. Hope you had a great workout, and I cannot wait to work out with you again. So thank you, and I will talk to you